All right, hello? Are we live? I think we are. All right, I just want to welcome everybody to my first stream while doing ASIC repairs. So what I want to do today is I just want to kind of go over my bench and all the different tools and stuff that I use when I'm working on boards. In case you have not seen, let me flip over. Let's go to the overhead. Get over. Okay. So in case you have not seen, this is what a hashboard looks like when it's stripped down. Here, and these are S17 plus, so this is not the latest and greatest Bitcoin miner. But here's one that has the upgraded, sorry about that. All right, there we go. This has the upgraded, new and improved heatsink on it. Works pretty good. This particular board has some temperature sensor problems that I'm working on. Okay. Just put that back over here. All right. So let's, what I want to do is I want to show you kind of what all I've got, what all I use, and then maybe the next video I'll actually start. I'll start working on a hashboard because I got plenty. I got into this in late November, and right back then the Bitcoin price was really, really low. So what I did, and let me move over here to this. So what I did is I purchased all the miners that were broken that I could find, hashboards and so forth like this. I stripped off the heat sinks, and I got them ready to work on. I do not plan to put on the original heat sinks. I got a whole box. There you go. So if you're watching this video and you need one of these, okay, to fit, you know, an S17 plus hashboard, for instance, reach out to me, drop a message down below, and I will, you know, we'll figure out some way to reach me, and you can, I'll send you one of these. Yeah, I don't know, pay me some for postage and whatnot. I don't know, $1 or whatever a unit, whatever. We'll figure it out if that's what you need. But let's get into all the tools. Let's see. I think I've got a bench scene. Let's see. Do I have that? Oh yeah, there we go. Now, of course, it's I don't know. It's funny. This is not a widescreen shot, but it's pretty good. What I want to do, nothing like doing this stuff live. Let me come over here, and I think I've got an image. Yeah, so I've got an image right here. Let's add the pointer image. Whoa, look at that. That is big, right? Okay, so we will bring that down. All right, great. So I can move this around and kind of touch on things, and we'll get the heat gun out of the way. Whoa, okay. Maybe I need to put the heat gun back on because it's running. Okay. Well, let's dive into this, right? Let's go ahead. Let's talk about the heat. So a lot of my equipment is Extronic. I like Extronic. If I was buying it again, I might go ahead and buy the Quick or the A10, but though I was having trouble when I bought those of getting it in stock. So this is, let me flip over here to my let's see, I've got an NDI camera here. This is crazy. All right, give me just a second. Okay, so you can see it right here. This is the Extronic. I'll tell you can see right here, I've got the Extronic. That is the 4020-Pro-X model. Now, mine is unique in that I have a 6-foot hose. Yep, 6-foot hose. that I put on it. And so what that allows me to do when I'm gonna turn the unit off. So when I solder on boards, as you'll see later, I use the Russian style to take the chip off and put the chip back on. So I will heat underneath just like that. And that way I can use my microscope over the top, and I can actually, let's turn that down. Whoa, okay. So I can put the microscope over the top of it. I can see what I'm doing, and I can pull it off. So that's why I have this really long cable. I'm gonna go ahead, or hose. I'm gonna go ahead and set that out to the side. Hopefully I don't burn anything up. All right, let's see. The next tool that I use regularly is right down here. This is, let me move my hand out of the way. Let me move my little pointer out of the way. Okay, so the next one I really use is this Extronics 3000 series soldering iron. I've had this for a long time. I like it. I've got some tip tinner refresher down here. I took the spool that comes with this unit, and I took it off, and I put it on a piece of wood along with some brass, and I have a little screw stuck here with my solder wick. So that's very handy right there. Next thing of interest, I guess, is the other Extronic. So this is the 8000 series 8020-XTS, and it has, oh darn, it's right up here out of the way. I'll pull them down. It's got a soldering iron, which goes up to, it's 75 watt iron. So it gets plenty hot, and I keep my small tip on this. I keep a larger tip on this one. Let me see if I can get that tip. There you go. So I keep a wedge tip on there. There you go. That's what it looks like. I like that. That size tip works really good for me for desoldering as well as prepping pads. And then this little jewel right here is really handy for taking quickly desoldering SMD components. Now I will tell you, and this is my complaint with Extronic, is these tips. If I can bring them in, I put my hand there. Now they've got some solder on them right now, but they're just not super small. So 0402 is going to be about really the limit that you can do. Anything smaller than that, it's kind of difficult. I bought an extra holder here, so this makes it really nice because I have a couple of different soldering irons, and sometimes I will put my wedge tip, I'll put it up top, and I'll pull one of the other soldering irons down. So that's really handy. And again, this is an Extronics piece too. Let's see, the next one right here, you have my Uia 8948. What that is that's a desoldering unit. I played with it a little bit and finally got it where it would heat up in less than 5 minutes. That was my big complaint. I don't know if I was starting again. I don't know that I would buy it. It also has a soldering iron. Let me show you what I do with it. That soldering iron, it's wrapped up, right? So I don't need. The problem with this Yahuwah, I think is how you pronounce it, is you have to turn it on. It has to be either the soldering iron or the desoldering unit. It cannot be both. Where with the Extronic, you can have the tweezers and the soldering iron on at the same time. So I like that. The other thing, it's kind of hidden in here, is this Zeftronics air pick. I bought it off of eBay. I don't know. I use it sometimes. It's really nice picking the chips up when they're hot. Okay, the next thing that on the bench that I have here, you notice, let's turn this on. Right here, that is the solder, that's my fume extractor. That's a 4-inch hose. And so what I do with that is it goes up into my attic, and I've got a 4-inch AC infinity fan up in the attic, and the control to turn it on and off is right there. If I turn it on, I don't think you can hear it because, well, maybe you can hear it in the background, but obviously if I pull it up here, it's going to get really loud. So that's nice. It's very flexible. I can put it right up here. And then you just press the button, and after about 4 seconds, it'll auto shut down. Now, let's go here. I'm going to flip over. I got my iPad here. I'm going to flip over to my iPad scene. Now, this is my, where is it? iPad. There it is. So that is my benchtop multimeter. It's really nice because, all right, it does not focus well. You got voltage, you got auto sensing or auto ranging voltage, amperage, and ohms, diode, continuity test, and so forth. Now, what I like about this is that if I flip back over to my bench, for instance, you will see right down there in the bottom. Let me just bring it down to it. Right down here, you'll notice that I have it says overload right now. But if I flip it over to voltage, you can see there it's trying to read voltage. So I like the O1 because it's an AC connected, so it's always on. I don't have to worry about replacing batteries. And the other benefit is that I can export it out and put it in my video streams. So that's pretty handy too. You can do a lot more with it. I have tested it, and so far everything I've tested with this shows me that it is isolated. So the test leads like this ground, the negative, the common, if you will, is not connected to earth ground. That is different than the oscilloscope. So let's go to the oscilloscope now. There we go. Back to the iPad. So Siglent, that is an X104XE or 1104XE. Got that off of Amazon, and you might know that if you do a little bit of searching, you can easily upgrade this. So that's what I did. It's been upgraded to the 12 series. Yeehaw! Next thing over is I have 2 power supplies. I have let's get those in I'll get those queued up here into my iPad so you can see them. Okay, so this one right here. Ooh. Okay, this one I tend to keep at 1.37 volts, and that's what I use to test my chips when you're testing the chips to see if they're already shorted out. It's just nice to kind of have that there. And then I have this other power supply that can go up to 20 amps. This one is only good for, I think it's 5 amps. Yeah, it's 60 volts, but it goes to 5 amps. So this isn't, the little black one there is not enough to run a hashboard. Whereas this one will go to 20 amps. I've got it limited out at 11 ish, so it'll easily run an S17 hashboard. So that's that. You might notice that there's some flux off and some Kester and some 2 different types of Kester flux up there. I use those from time to time, depending on the need. I have a whole jar or whole jug of the flux off. Let's go back to our bench. Okay, good. Let's see. The other thing is the microscope. Okay, so if you were buying a microscope, this is an Amscope. I tried a couple of different cameras. This is the Amscope HC210 camera. And with this this comes with or I bought a FMA 037 adapter to fit, and so that seems to work pretty good. I do not recommend the dot 050. It'll make an image that's way too big, and there's a lens at the top of this little unit here that you wanna spin out so that you get rid of that vignetting effect. I modified my light down here. Normally it screws in and attaches. Stay. Normally it attaches to this part of the lens, but what I do is, as you can see, I can actually pull mine out of its holder. I like to be able to turn this, so I attached it, made a little bracket right there, and it's attached to that. I also changed the wiring so that the plug comes out the bottom. Just makes it cleaner. All right. Now, I will tell you, the thing I do not like about this is the boom itself. It's the articulating arm. The problem I have, if you'll look over there and see, let's see. If you look at this window here, you're going to get motion sickness, right? Just from how bouncy it is. Now I can put it over a board and I can look at it. Let's turn the pointer back off. Let's actually go to the microscope. There we go. Let me focus it. Whee! Focus. Okay, I may be out of the working range. Let's get down fast and quick. Okay, so yeah, that's zoomed out all the way. And if you start zooming in, see just how much it wiggles, right? But now I'm gonna move on my keyboard, right? I'm just tapping on my keyboard. Look at the wiggle. So this arm has some real benefits to it in the fact that it goes up and down very easy and it moves all around. So depending on your needs, it might be the right microscope for you. And most of the time I'm looking through the eyepiece. So since I'm looking through the eyepiece, I don't notice it unless I'm really zoomed in. Let's see, the next thing is let's see here if I can get this. Okay, so I've got the Team Miner ASIC tester. Let's just move that out of the way. Good. Let me put this over on the. There we go. All right, let me flip over to the iPad. There it is. Team Miner tester. Oh my gosh, you can see my IP address. Oh no, wait a minute, that's a private IP. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. So I have a couple of complaints about the Team Miner product. Mainly, they're made out of it's made out of Thailand, and besides it taking quite a while to get delivered because it comes from Thailand, I'm also very annoyed about the fact that there is no support, virtually none at all. Now, if you speak, I guess, Thai, if you speak that language, then you can watch their videos and you can get a lot of help. But you can't even get YouTube to do the closed captioning and the translation for you. So would I buy this again? Absolutely, positively not. So yeah, don't waste your money. There are some other miners out there that I think are probably better miner testers to work with. Now, the nice thing about, let me flip back over to this. The nice thing about this, however, is that you can control it from here, but you can also, let's see if I can do this. Oops, that's not it. Let's go see. Do I have it? Okay, I guess I don't have an actual one, but you can actually, there's the software up in the top right-hand corner of my screen. And so you can actually control it from that. But what I'm finding is it's actually easier and quicker to just control it from the It's just easier to control it from the unit here. So you can get into temperature tests, the whole 9 yards that way. All right, let's see. Anything else? Oh yes, so right here, a 4x. You can use for if you're doing S17 boards, you really can fit it on 2 fans. You don't really need 4. But when I was looking to buy it at the time, there wasn't a big difference buying a 2x2 versus a 2x1. So I went ahead and bought a 2x2 configuration. If I ever start working on S19 boards, yay me! I've got something that can cool them. It works just fine for me. And let's see, that's really kind of all the big. That's all the big heavy duty stuff. A little Dyson looking type cooling fan for when I'm soldering. I've got the flux. I've got ceramic tweezers. These are really nice. Now this is something. I'll tell you what. Let me flip over the overhead. So this is a reversed style. So they stay clamped. You squeeze them open. These are ceramic tweezers. I love working with these tweezers when I'm using solder wick, because guess what? The heat stops. It does not go into that ceramic tip. So you put the heat into the solder wick, and it's a lot better. Definitely worthwhile. So that's good. I got all kinds of little stuff like X-Acto knives and fun orange. Oh heck, I'm not even on the right camera. Fun little tools, pry tools, and so forth. I will put a link down below after I'm done with all the stuff I mentioned today. Those links will be affiliate links, which they don't cost you anything more, but it helps me to offset some of the expense put forth to try to make this YouTube channel. There'll also be a link down there to my recommends page where I put all the tools and stuff that I test and use personally. So I'd appreciate if you see something on there you like, click on that link. But hey, if you don't like using affiliate links, don't use them. With that being said, please like and subscribe to the video if you found please like the video if you found anything useful, and subscribe to the channel if you want to know more about ASIC repair and so forth as I'm going forward. Like, for instance, this board right here, I had the same exact problem that the other board that I showed earlier in the video. And the problem I have now is it doesn't work anymore. So we're going to work on that one. Before it was getting 65 ASIC solid, I did something really stupid. I put it in a miner to try to test to verify that it also had the heat, the temperature sensor problems, and I let it run just a tad bit too long, and it heated up a couple of traces, and it just freaked the board out. So now I'm working back through this board to get it back to all 65 chips. So maybe I'll do a stream later today or tomorrow showing actually working on this board and how I take chips off and put chips on, because that is something I do on the regular. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.